Welcome everyone to the Southwestern Pennsylvania Energy Efficiency Roundtable Community Resources for Your Facility Project and Upgrades webinar. I would like to thank everyone for taking the time out of your busy schedules to log on with us today. A few logistics. We have a chat pod where you can ask questions throughout the webinar. However, we plan to have the Q&A after the presentation. So if you want to save your questions until the end of the presentation, that will be fine. The purpose of this is to explain all the different programs out there across Pennsylvania and specific to Southwestern PA. So as we go through this webinar, I want you all to be thinking about projects you are planning, future projects you may want to do, improvement, quality, efficiency projects for your facility. That's what we're aiming for our conversation today. The Southwestern Pennsylvania Energy Efficiency Roundtable's mission is to help businesses and industry in Southwest Pennsylvania reduce energy costs through improved energy management, energy efficiency optimization, and implementation of cutting-edge technology. The Roundtable provides a forum for large industrial and commercial energy users to share information, learn from experts on various energy topics, from energy efficiency technologies to energy management strategies. During this webinar, industry experts will share innovative and sustainable opportunities to improve production, quality, and efficiency of facilities across the state. This webinar will showcase regional resources available to support facility, energy conservation, and continuous improvement projects. Currently, the group is composed of First Energy, Duquesne Light Company, Peoples, the Energy Programs Office of the Department of Environmental Protection, and PennTAP, Pennsylvania Technical Assistance Program, and has had contributing partnerships with Kia, Keystone Energy Efficiency Alliance, and SMC Business Council. We have provided past programs on compressed air systems, lighting and controls, and chiller efficiency. Typically, we provide these presentations in person, but to keep on providing industrial and commercial facilities with opportunities to continue their professional development and provide a platform for resources, we have put together today's webinar and future webinars for your convenience. I am Alana Colvin, an Energy and Environment Technical Advisor for PennTAP. While PennTAP serves all of Pennsylvania, I work out of the Pittsburgh area, performing energy audits, supporting grant applications, and working on community economic development projects throughout the counties. Prior to PennTAP, I have worked as a test engineer within the nuclear industry. I hold a bachelor's in electrical engineering from Penn State University, currently pursuing my MBA through Penn State University. For more information about me, you can find it on the PennTAP website. In the order of discussion, I would like to introduce Doug Good with First Energy. Doug has an associate's degree in EE&T from Penn State University and has worked for First Energy for the last 33 years. While at First Energy, he has held positions in residential, commercial, and industrial commercial service, worked as a lines engineer on 2K volt and 25K volt systems, has been a customer support specialist for large commercial and industrial customers. Currently, he is working as a program manager for First Energy's Energy Efficiency and Conservation Group, serving as the First Energy operating companies in Ohio and First Energy's companies, including Penn Power, Penelec, and West Penn Power. In addition to serving as a member of the Southwest Energy Efficiency Roundtable, he also serves on the North Central Energy Efficiency Roundtable. Then we have Earl Soren. He is with Duquesne Light. Earl is the industrial coordinator for Duquesne Light Company's energy efficiency programs. Earl has been with Duquesne Light for the past 8 years and is responsible for large industrial, large commercial, and upstream LED lighting programs. Prior phases of Duquesne Light's Watt Choices program have received high praise and was cited as best in class among participating Pennsylvania electric utilities. Earl's past experience includes working in Eaton Electrical as a negotiations engineer, a project manager for their power systems automation group, and previous to that, he was working for Allegheny Power and New York State Electric and Gas in various roles. A native of Northwestern Pennsylvania, Earl holds a bachelor's degree in electrical engineering from Penn State and an MBA from SUNY at Buffalo. Earl is an AEE certified energy manager and a member of the Illuminating Engineer Society. Then we have William Sapone with Peoples. William serves as a senior advisor in energy, clean energy, and transportation at Peoples Natural Gas, the largest natural gas distribution company in Pennsylvania, specializing in grid edge innovation and net zero emission vehicle solutions. He serves on the board of directors of the Pittsburgh Region Clean Cities, the designated regional organization for all U.S. Department of Energy Clean Cities program initiatives. He also serves on the board of directors of the Business Alumni Association for University of Pittsburgh. William has nearly 10 years experience in the energy sector and holds a bachelor's degree in mechanical engineering from Prairie View A&M University and an MBA from the University of Pittsburgh's Kratz Graduate Business School. Today's agenda. Today, we will be reviewing the following programs. Up first, we have First Energy's program, followed by Duquesne Light Company's programs. We will then have Peoples with the Department of Energy discussing their programs and CHP briefly, the Department of Environmental Protection, DEP Energy Office funding programs, PennTAP's programs, and then we will follow up with questions and answer. So first up, we have Doug Good with First Energy.
Okay, thank you, Alana. Appreciate this. Good morning, everyone. Again, my name is Doug Good, and I'm a program manager for First Energy's Energy Efficiency and Conservation Program in Pennsylvania. And I'd like to thank PennTAP, our partner in the Southwestern Pennsylvania Energy Efficiency Roundtable, for allowing our group to speak today on their webinar. Let me begin by saying that after a brief suspension of our program during the middle of this year, First Energy's Energy Efficiency and Conservation Program for commercial and industrial programs is now fully operational as of September 11th, 2020. And you can see by our program, our website is listed. It is EnergySavePA-business.com. So again, this website is now active. Our portal was active. We are accepting applications. Our operational companies, there are 4 across Pennsylvania: Metropolitan Edison, Penelec, West Penn Power, and Penn Power. And we are currently working with our new conservation service provider, Clear Result, who came on board with us here on September 11th as well. Under phase 3, as I said, we currently launched our program on September 11th, 2020 with our new CSP Clear Result. And we have recorded webinars, actually 3 of them, and we've had 3 webinars on our website, and we've recorded the best of the 3 that is the most informative. And you can review those webinars at your leisure to get more information on how to enter projects, what we offer in our program. And again, if there would be any questions, please do not hesitate to contact us. Our current program continues until May 31st, 2021, and nothing has really changed in our program, with the exception of our lighting incentive has been reduced from 5 cents a kilowatt hour down to 2.5 cents a kilowatt hour. That really went into effect as of January 1st of this year. We still currently have the 180-day look-back opportunity for any project that has been commissioned or completed within the last 180 days. So please, we ask that you take advantage of that opportunity whenever you have a project and submit that into the portal and have it incentivized. Our phase 4 program, the PUC has approved it. It will now be a 5-year plan. It'll run from June 1st of 2021 through May 31st of 2026. Unfortunately, right now during this program, there's no details that we can provide to you on the program. We are currently working to submit our plan to the commission by November 30th. And we hope to have more information available maybe by the end of March or by the early half of April of next year to share with customers as far as what the new program will look like in phase 4. Under the Pennsylvania program, again, I want to just make sure I drive home that we have restarted the program as of September 11th. Jeff Waller is our area manager for Clear Result and is covering all of Pennsylvania at this time. His phone number and email address are also available there. And also Siraj Sheikh covers our Med-Ed territory, our Metropolitan Edison territory. His email address and phone number are also available for you. And as well as my email address and phone, I cover again Penn Power, West Penn Power, and Penn Elect territories. So I look forward to hearing from you. I hope you will participate in our program and take advantage of the incentives we offer. And again, thank you very much for PennTAP for allowing us to participate and host this event.
Thank you, Doug. Really appreciate that information. Up next, we have Earl with Duquesne Light.
Welcome, everybody, and I appreciate you taking your time out this morning to listen to us talk about some of our program offerings. So first off, if you are in Duquesne Light territory, we want to express our thanks for being our customer and hope that we can partner with you to make sure that you're productive. So our program as well is ending on May 31st of next year. So what that means basically is anything that you are looking to get a rebate from us on should be purchased and installed before May 31st. So that's some of your longer term projects. You're going to want to start a little bit earlier to make sure that it gets installed by May 31st. Our programs are basically broken up into 5 segments. So we have a non-residential upstream lighting program, which is screw-in LED bulbs, and we rebate at the point of purchase from the various distributors in the Pittsburgh region. So that program will buy most of the LED bulbs down to around $1 direct purchased that you'll pay, and the rest of the rebate will be paid back from us through to the distributor directly. Our express efficiency is for customers that are under 300 kW in demand and your billing demand. So that's more of a hands-on approach with our smaller customers that we can directly work with you from Duquesne Light. And then we have our large commercial, large industrial programs. And those are our customers that are over 300 kW in demand. We have what we call CSPs, or conservation service provider companies, which we hired for us, and there's no fee for their services to you. So, take advantage of that if you fall into that segment. And then the last segment is our public agency partnership program, which is schools, hospitals, government agencies, which we also have a CSP that will help you work through your projects. So just to kind of, I think, jog your memory, because we're really short in time, but to look at some things like an industrial that you may be doing. Obviously lighting, if you're looking at converting out your lighting, now's the time to do it. I know that, with COVID, many of the plants are maybe closed down or operating with a smaller shift, that allowing you to install the lighting now and gather that energy saving stream currently instead of later. Variable speed drives on processes, compressed air systems, whether it's basically variable speed drive on existing compressors, or we're seeing a lot of restructuring of existing compressed air systems. As your plants change in production, a lot of the compressors that you have bought maybe 10, 15 years ago are not optimized, the sizing and configuration for your current operation. So we're seeing opportunities there, in addition to new construction opportunities. So if you're looking at building a new construction or expanding new construction on your facilities, we are rebating based on you exceeding what the minimum code requirement is for those new construction projects. So you have to do better than what you're required to by code. And then we can look at rebating the energy efficiency beyond that you're saving. And of course, obviously process optimizations. On the commercial side, again, the major opportunities are lighting. Even as we trend now towards majority of people having converted out lighting, you may want to look at lighting control systems. With wireless control systems becoming more prevalent, the ability to operate and control your lights remotely, especially with the change in staffing and many of your staff working remotely from home, you're able to then control lighting to the area that you have staff currently only. So in addition, there's variable speed drives such as chiller plants, if you have a chiller in your building, air handlers, fans on the rooftop chilling towers. All those are applications where you might look at a variable speed drive, and of course, automation for the lighting and HVAC. Lastly is retro commissioning I want to mention. So for anything from grocery stores to large facilities where you may have commissioned your building maybe 20 years ago, the operations have changed, people have come and changed, maintenance people have changed. It's time probably to take a look at your building and see if your settings, your set points, your equipment is operating optimal as per the original design and maybe even redesign. So we can look at retro commissioning and bring your building back to optimal efficiency for what you have currently. So for further information, obviously this is being recorded, so you can come back to us, but it's wattchoices.com is our main website, which will have all the segments there you can find information on. If you are in the large industrial segment, feel free to reach out to Deanna Weaver, who works for Nexent. Then if you're in the large commercial program, Franklin Energy is our CSP provider there, and Elizabeth McQuaid can assist you there. Obviously, if you have a account rep from Duquesne Light, feel free to reach out to them as well, and they will be able to coordinate with us. And for those of you who do not know where you fall, feel free to just shoot us an email at wattchoices@duquesnelight.com, and we'll be glad to assist you and get you to the right resources. And thank you.
Wonderful. Thank you, Earl. And up next, we have William with Peoples, who is co-hosting with Rich from the DOE.
Thank you, Alana, and thank you for hosting this event. We're always eager to support energy efficiency efforts here in our territory, and to align ourselves with companies like Duquesne Light, First Energy, PennTAP, and some of our other partners here as well. For you that are listening into this webinar, it's important to really focus on some of the projects and initiatives that Doug and Earl mentioned, because what we're going to be talking about is it's on-site power generation. But before you get to that specific project topic, you want to make sure your facilities are optimized and as energy efficient as possible. That's something that, again, Rich Sweetser, who is, again, co-hosting this event with me, again, one of our partners on this particular topic. So again, making sure that you are focusing on energy efficiency projects before you discuss your options for CHP and other microgrid type initiatives. So again, with that being said, I want to hand it over to Rich, our partner at DOE.
Okay, apparently, William, you have control of the slide, so you're going to have to move to the next slide for me, please. I would appreciate that. Okay, I've been asked to talk about a very complex subject in 2 slides, so I'm going to start with how CHP fits today in this low carbon future, and how it's going to fit in the future as well. So basically, typically CHP systems throughout the state of Pennsylvania use multiple types of fuels, but largely they're natural gas based, or they will be biogas based or waste wood based fuels right now. But taking a look at the natural gas based CHP systems, I want to draw your attention to the table in the upper right hand side, which basically is a national average comparison of 10 megawatts of systems, whether they be combined heat and power, photovoltaics, wind, or natural gas combined cycle systems. And using national average numbers, one of the benefits that CHP does offer is they will be installed at a annual capacity factor of 85% or greater. Otherwise, they economically will not survive. And that presents a very important role as far as current carbon reduction, because national average wind PV is at 26% load factor. Wind PV is at 26, wind is at 37, and natural gas combined cycles are at about 57, 58%. And if you draw your attention down to the second row from the bottom, this is the carbon savings versus the national average grid today. Now, obviously that's going to change over the future, but the savings are the greatest for CHP, largely due to the actual amount of operation, due to the high load factor and the displacement of the grid at this particular time. So that's an interesting point for today as far as carbon reduction. But what about the future? CHP systems will retain the efficiency advantage, operating efficiency advantage over these other systems. But how do we decarbonize the fuel? The first part of decarbonization is looking at renewable natural gas, which is made typically from digester gas, landfill gas, and in some cases synthetic gas. That begins to decarbonize the fuel, and ultimately the CHP systems, which are powered by reciprocating engines or combustion turbines or fuel cells, will be able to switch from natural gas, shale gas in particular, to RNG, to hydrogen-based fuels. So there is a pathway to ultimately zero carbon production of power and thermal energy locally. That's essentially what CHP offers. It offers on-site power and thermal energy. William, next slide, please. This slide is introducing a tool that DOE has worked on for about 2 years, and it was launched November of last year. And it's called the Package CHP e-catalog, Package System CHP e-catalog. And basically what it's designed to do is to move the market toward more pre-engineered, pre-designed package CHP systems, which improve the efficiency and reduce risk. So since it was launched in November, and since I did the slide about 2 weeks ago, we have 33 recognized packagers, 22 solution providers. Solution providers are like ESCOs and others that do installations. There are actually 10 customer engagement partners. People's Gas is a customer engagement partner involved in this, in the e-catalog. We've got over 260 package solutions in there. They range from 24 kilowatts to 7.5 megawatts. And basically the thermal energy that they can supply is steam, hot water, chilled water, and also direct exhaust gas, which is good to provide for greenhouses, to provide CO2 enrichment and CO2 sequestration directly into foods. And things such as paperboard drying or ceramics or other types of general drying where you can use the exhaust directly. The real key here is to look at this whole concept of package systems. They have proven a couple things. They have reduced risk in operation because the designs are factory tested. They also reduce the actual cost and lead times over the course of when a project is first uncovered to when it's first commissioned. So there's a whole host of reasons to look at these package systems. So what DOE has done is created this e-catalog that you can go as a consulting engineer or as a utility or as an end user and really look and see what's available to you, very much like shopping, not quite as robust, but it's like shopping on Amazon. You can put in your parameters in this gray, looking at the picture on the right. In the gray bar, there's a whole host of parameters, whether it's power, whether it's fuel type, whether it's thermal output, whether it's grid interconnection island mode with auto transfer, a whole host of things, and narrow your selections down to packages and providers that actually can service you by site zip code. Now, in the upper right-hand corner, you can see the URL. If you want to look at it, it's chp.ecatalog.lbl.gov. You can go there and look at it right now. And next slide, William. In November, we're going to have a live demo, and I think PennTAP will tell you the exact time for that. We'll go through a live demo and have lots of detailed, hopefully, time for questions and answers on the e-catalog itself and how it can help you look at your site, and combine that with the DOE's TAP, which is Technology Assistance Partnership, which is located at Penn State. They can actually provide you with even application guidance as well. So that's all I had for you, William.
Thank you so much, Rich. Thank you so much, William. And as Rich mentioned, there will be another webinar that will go into way more detail on the e-catalog. That will be November 19th. There's a slide in this deck that we will summarize that webinar, but just to give a shout out now as well. Thank you so much. And so up next, we have the DEP's Energy Programs Office. I am going to speak on behalf of the DEP program. The DEP Energy Programs Office functions as the Pennsylvania Energy Office and is Pennsylvania's main contact for the U.S. Department of Energy. The office assists with education and encourages Pennsylvanians to advance their conservation and efficient use of diverse energy resources, to provide a healthier environment, and to achieve a greater energy security for future generations. The Energy Programs Office has programs specific to industry sectors such as agriculture and farming, campus such as hospitals and colleges, commercial buildings, food sales and services, government and school facilities, manufacturing and industrial, transportation, and in general energy opportunities. For industrial and commercial facilities, the office has energy saving recommendations listed from compressed air systems, building envelope and controls, HVAC systems, food storage, transportation, lighting, fans, and pumps and motors. For those looking for more information, you can go to www.dep.pa.gov and search for any of the following. There's the Small Business Advantage Grant. This grant is available for businesses at 100 full-time employees or less looking to upgrade older equipment to more energy efficient equipment. The AFIG program, Alternative Fuels Incentives Grant Program, is available if you're looking to go from a diesel vehicle to an alternative fuel source. Then we also have Drive Electric PA, which is a separate program specifically designed for electric vehicles and their peripheral equipment, such as charging stations. Then there is the Energy Office also sponsors the E2P2 Energy Efficiency Pollution Prevention Energy Audits. Note that PennTAP is a provider of these audits, and we are available to help out in your application of any of the listed programs. I will go into more detail on these audits in the PennTAP slides. So PennTAP is Pennsylvania Technical Assistance Program. PennTAP has a diverse staff with backgrounds in chemical engineering, electrical engineering, and environmental services. Our staff includes registered environmental managers, certified energy auditors, and a Six Sigma Green Belt. We work closely with our clients to understand their needs and to make appropriate matches to resources within the university and across the state through our statewide resource partners. PennTAP services include two pillars. We have the Energy and Environment pillar and the Innovation pillar. The technical advisors for energy and environment perform building retuning, which offers those involved in building operations a low-cost approach to energy efficiency. We also have the pollution prevention energy efficiency assessments, the E2P2, where we help you decrease pollution and increase energy efficiency at your site. This is a walkthrough of your facility to review the systems you have in place, such as compressed air, heating, HVAC, other equipment that is specific to your processes, and we evaluate to see if there is an opportunity to increase your efficiency and lower your costs. The E3 assessment builds on the E2 assessment by incorporating lean manufacturing into the process. And then the Energy Management Systems, or ENMS, will provide your company with the framework to integrate energy efficiency into your existing management systems. We offer opportunities to Penn State students in the College of Engineering to gain real-world experiences by having them assist us with these energy audits. And again, we go beyond energy as we work closely with our clients to understand their needs as we match them to additional resources within the university and across the state. The innovation side of PennTAP provides technical and entrepreneurial assistance directly to companies. They connect them with the faculty, students, laboratories, and infrastructure of Penn State through the EDA University Center and Engage, as well as our resource partners located throughout the state. Innovation also brings companies to Penn State's Learning Factory. Any company sponsoring a project at Learning Factory is assigned a team up to 5 Penn State engineering students from the various engineering backgrounds to work on your project. Previous sponsors have included GM, Boeing, Shell, and FedEx, just to name a few. At Learning Factory, we have many sponsors that are small and medium enterprises as well. Past Learning Factory projects have included everything from developing lightweight surgical lead vests to 3D printing for replacement of obsolete parts. Innovation also helps student entrepreneurs with the first steps in pitching their business ideas and procuring funding. In 2019, we helped 125 companies in 42 counties throughout Pennsylvania save a total of $4.5 million. 38 projects were completed at the Learning Factory due to the connections made through PennTAP. And as previously mentioned, I want to highlight the upcoming webinar. We will be focusing on combined heat and power for commercial buildings. This will be November 19th from 11 to noon. During this webinar, attendees will be presented with cutting-edge information on combined heat and power, CHP, for commercial buildings and industrial operations. This webinar will showcase major contributions that CHP systems can make to advance your organization's mission, commitment to sustainability, and minimize environmental impact. We will have speakers from DOE, Rich will be back, and we'll have more experts discuss that program, the e-catalog, and go into more detail. Be sure to visit PennTAP's website to stay connected and be informed with upcoming PennTAP news, webinars, and workshops. And with that, now is the time to review and place your questions. So if you have any questions, please put them in the chat box and we will all do our best to answer these questions as they come up. And I will provide a moment. Will the slides be available to download and print? Yes, they will. We will be able to, we will be sending out the slides in a next email following this event. Also, you'll see just a few emails will come out of this event. One saying congratulations for attending, and also the slide deck is seen here, and then future webinars. Any other questions? How may I get involved with the roundtable? So glad you asked, William. So what I would like people to consider is, what else would you like to hear the roundtable provide? We are currently providing a series on CHP because people were interested in learning more about CHP. Usually we provide these presentations in person and we receive surveys back saying, hey, we want to learn more about XYZ. And the current environment, we do not have physical surveys to review, but please shout out, send any one of us an email, figure out if there's something in your company that are a perceived gap that you need fixed. We will provide the expert to come and talk, and we will provide more webinars, or if we can go back to in-person presentations, we will do that as well. So please feel free to reach out to any one of us. If you're a company who is looking to get more engaged, again, just feel free to contact us and we can see what best works, what makes the most sense to have everybody fit in. I do have a question for Doug. So this was mentioned in Duquesne Light's webinar slides, but for your slides, you said specifically that the lighting rebates are available. Are these rebates also available for any type of energy efficient equipment that is electrical?
Yes, we offer the energy efficiency. It's a prescriptive rate right now that we have that's at 2.5 cents per kilowatt hour. And if you have equipment that utilizes lighting, such as maybe a freezer, or maybe maybe it's some sort of type of cooler or piece of equipment that's for food service, yes, it would be applicable there. We could look at that also from a custom application as well. So yes, it is applicable. And when it is looked at though from a custom application, it can be looked at as 5 cents a kilowatt hour. So we would
always
have to look
worth
at it
asking.
individually. Yeah.
Wonderful. And then a second question I have for all of us is pre-approval required for any project?
And this is Earl Stern for Duquesne Light. On our end, pre-approval is not required. However, if it's something that is unique or non-standard but saving energy, yeah, it's probably best to reach out to us or the conservation service provider company that was listed for you, or your account rep from Duquesne Light.
Good.
And run it by us just to make sure that what you're planning on doing is covered.
In First Energy, we encourage pre-approval, and we go through a pre-approval process. So when you submit your application, it is reviewed. We come up with a projected incentive level that you will receive based off the information that you provide to us. We send that approval letter to you for your review and your signature. And then once it's returned signed, then we allocate the funding for your project, and it is held out of the budget for your project. But we do encourage you to submit your applications ahead of time, as far ahead of time as you possibly can, especially now with the program nearing its end.
Wonderful. Also, what I want to highlight with pre-approval is these guys would be able to let you know if your equipment qualifies or not. There are qualifying factors for equipment, and if your equipment does not meet those qualifying factors, then you will miss out on some opportunities, such as having old equipment being reviewed prior to installing the new equipment. If you're doing that for HVAC or any kind of large system, knowing what you had used energy-wise prior to the install is critical information. So I want to highlight certain things. This pre-approval is a nice thing to have, doesn't have to be standardized, but asking questions early, no matter what type of program you're looking into, will definitely help you secure your funding that you're chasing. And if you do need someone to come out, depending on what type of a system you're looking at, PennTAP is also available to help out, and we coordinate with these guys to make sure that you as a company can take advantage of their funding opportunities.
Hey, Alana, this is William with Peoples. I also wanted to mention and just kind of echo the same message that you, Alana, and Earl and Doug had mentioned. For Peoples specifically, we don't have specific programs, but we do encourage the pre-approval, as Doug mentioned. There's definitely a lot of benefits of reaching out to the utility. Again, we can partner and reach out and support your efforts, connect you with folks like Alana with Penn State, or with Doug or Earl, depending on your territory and where you're located, and funding alternative sources of funding for your specific project. As DEP mentioned, there's the AFIG and there's other programs that the state has to fund such initiative, energy efficient initiatives that you may have. So again, reaching out to us may be of benefit to your project.
Wonderful. I'm going to double check the chat box one more time. Just make sure. Looks like that's all we had. So with that, everybody, I would like to say thank you. On here, I put all of our information on here. So mine's listed, Doug's listed. I put Robert, he is the Southwestern rep for the DEP. There are other reps in the state of Pennsylvania, but I have listed Robert based on the Southwestern Energy Efficiency Roundtable. We have William and we have Earl as well. There are others on the group. If they were listed in the individual slide decks, With that, I want to thank everybody taking time out of your busy schedule today and listening to us talk about all this information. I look forward to seeing, all those participant IDs on November 19th from 11 to 12, so we can talk more about that CHP process and that e-catalog. And with that, thank you everybody and have a wonderful day.